What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Oh my god. How many... I'm still scrolling. What? There's a lot of people here. Okay, and I see why. Okay. We're coming back to Babymetal. Yes, indeed. Babymetal Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Wow, there's a lot of people. Make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me here. Okay. This might be the biggest list I've ever had. Okay, I'm only gonna name names once, so if you want to be included on this, if you did request this, make sure you listen carefully because I'm not going to say your name again. This is it. This was a request from Malady, Zabri, Abu Bakar, Ryu Tess, Eric Smith, Alex N, Aaron T. Rocks, Sarge Gambling, Lucky, Luffy, Sabling 212, Karu Metal, Joe Sacconi, Maldini PL, Yase Metal, Cuddy Sark, Oliver Dahl, Jeffrey Berry, Deed Boy X, Ernest Rimbeck, Drunken Viking, Necrophagist Suismes, Abui X Guerrero, Metallion 1, KDT Grave Mix Covers, RHD, Zero Cool, Dan and Katie, H. Rodgar, Cryptic Misery, Hatashin Z, C. Ag, yeah, C. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe there's a breakthrough. Okay, Sean Jellian. I hope I pronounced that right. Roadrunner, Kupeles Moogle, Taipan, Eric Smith, Freak Show Official, Inosuke Hashibira. Okay, now I go to the second page. Hold on. Yeah, we're not done. We're about halfway there. Smash Stuff 86, Vindro, Robin Johansson, Ice Ventura, Joe Thompson, Philip Schaefer, Queenie Ronnie, Johnny Sal, Hakone Gaming and Toys, Danar Mohammed, John Giacardi, Foxy, Phil Boyd 2000, Nature Rebel, Grington 300, Aldarian Gatto, 100 Citra, Ranting Rodent 416, Jeffrey Berry, Brad Kornatowski, Sarah Sanchez, Ijuan 19, Kakarot 62, Texas Veteran Patriot, Natsuki Morigi, Graham Coomber, Johan Rodriguez. There's a lot of people here. Almost done. Dread Inside, Slitherkins, Mortas, Ill Infinite, or Ill Infinite, sorry, Ill Infinite, Luffy Mizuno, Robin Johansson, Riz Marie, Bach 2B, and Maddie. And thank goodness for Maddie, because this is actually Maddie's prioritized request for the month of November for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Maddie. Hope you enjoy the show. And to the other two pages of requesters who requested this song, make sure you thank Maddie, because this was not close to the top. It wasn't. It was about halfway down the queue. So make sure you thank Maddie for this. Definitely make sure you thank Maddie. They all wanted to see me react to this song by Babymetal called Headbanger. Legend of 1997. That's what it says. So, Headbanger Legend of 1997. That's in parentheses. Have I heard the song before? No, I have not heard the song before. To the best of my knowledge, this song does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a chance I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by, how do you pronounce that? It's like Hawaii, but it's with a K. So, Kawaii, I guess. Kawaii? Sure, why not? Kawaii Metal. Let's go at that. And the video has 145,808 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here, no, you know what? No, that's not enough. That's not enough. Look, we're talking 2 whole pages of requesters. Look, I can't do this alone, okay? I can't. You guys need to help me with this, all right? So I'm being serious. Get your fingers up. Get your fingers up. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you. Sitting there going, oh, I'm too cool to put my finger up. You know what? Too bad. Get it up anyway. Why? Because 2 pages of requesters can't possibly be wrong. Or maybe they are, and we'll find out. But in any case, we're all going to get our fingers up, and we're all going to do this together. So are you ready? Are you ready? You better be. Do it with me now, because here we go. All right, here we go. Babymetal Headbanger Live at Legend 1997 Apocalypse. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. In the comments, I remember telling me Legend of 1997 was a special concert that they did to honor Sue Metal turning 16, I think it was, or something like that. For her 16th birthday, they did this big show. I think that's what I saw in the comments. Or she turned 16 or 13 or 15, some special age that was significant. So anyway, okay, so that's the name of the show, is Legend 1987. Okay, so the actual name of the song is Headbanger. Cool. Okay. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Here we go again. Here we go again. It does not compute. Just when I thought I had these girls figured out. No, I don't. Clearly I don't. Oh, God, it's so confusing. So, you got these 3 Japanese girls, young girls, up there doing J-pop moves, singing J-pop style lyrics, okay? With J-pop style singing. And that's very obvious, okay? It's very obvious. But then you've got this amazing metal band, not hard rock, metal band in the back, putting on a shred fest with a great riff, and this should not work. It shouldn't work, but it does. And I am so confused. I feel like I'm watching Gimme Chocolate all over again. I want to go back to Road to Resistance. I want to go back to Road to Resistance where everything made sense. Everything lined up. This isn't fully lining up. I don't know about this one. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll make sense the farther we go. Like that. I think I saw the crowd jumping with the girls. Were they really doing that? I've seen in the comments people say that, you know, the crowd has like their own choreography that they do during their shows. And like, it's like ritualistic. Like, if you don't do the choreography in the crowd, you're going to get some strange looks apparently, because it's expected that you do this choreography in the crowd. Is that part of the choreography that everyone talks about? The crowd choreography? I mean, they're doing it with the girls. The girls are jumping and doing this, you know, arms in a Y, or maybe they're forming an X, their legs come apart. So maybe they're doing an X. You know? I don't know. Nah, that's a stretch. I was thinking the X, you know, doing the X and the whole jumping. No, here's the thing, though. The X Japan jump, you jump and you put your hands up like this. So jumping and making an X, I don't think that's paying homage to X Japan, but no, it can't be. That's a stretch. Anyway, let's keep going here. Okay, it is making more sense now. It's starting to kind of gel with me now. Maybe it was just the beginning, the whole, I think they were saying Headbanger. Maybe it's just the way they were saying Headbanger didn't quite, you know, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Maybe that's what was just kind of like rattling me badly. But I mean, now it's all smoothing out now. So, okay. It's funny how that can happen in like what? Like less than 2 minutes. My opinion completely changes. Anyway, let's keep going here. What? Oh, cryo guns! Cryo from the stage. Nice. That's actually really smart. So, okay. Let me explain why I'm actually really kind of impressed with the production here. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love cryo. I love pyro. I love production. I do. But poor production can destroy a show. It can. This was not poor production. This is actually very well thought out. They had the two girls, Yui and Moa Metal, split off. They both go far stage right and far stage left. They get these cryo apparatuses. And they start using the cryo guns and, you know, doing like figure eights and stuff. And that's great. That's wonderful. Those cryo guns by themselves are not, they're not strong enough to create enough CO2 to really be all that impressive. So what they did is they had additional jets built into the stage to shoot out along with what they are doing, simply to reinforce, not to overtake, but to reinforce and add to what the girls are doing with the guns to make the guns seem far more effective. That's smart. And the reason I'm saying that is because if I'm not mistaken, when I saw the front of the stage, let me see if I can find it. It looked to me like, yeah, there's no cryo here in the middle. There's light, but there's no cryo coming out of the front. All the cryo is coming out of stage right and stage left, and you can clearly see where the additional jets are. That's very smart production. Along with the floods to, you know, add light and accent the light through the cryo. That's even cooler. Those things are killer though. Never look directly into those. Seriously, I'm not joking around. You look directly into those floods, you can burn your retinas. You can burn your cornea. It can be bad. So never look directly into those things. Especially at close range, boy, they will fry you. I know when we use those on our stages and they're behind us, we're not even looking into them. But we'll play our first note and, you know, we'll start, you know, pumping our instruments and stuff up in the air, and those floods hit behind us. Oh my God. I know when they go on because I can feel it. It's so, they get so hot so quickly. So those lights are no joke. Anyway, let's keep going here. Did we just go into a double time feel? No, I gotta go back. I gotta hear that again. Nope! Nope! I don't care! Hey, look! You can play that pig noise all you want. It's my show! If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. Did they seriously just go into a double time feel? And as they go into a double time feel, they started a guitar solo. That is so Slayer-ish. Oh my God. That reeks of Slayer. I love it. I was told about that too. Like, you don't sing along. Like, I guess in Japanese culture, or at least in the culture of this band, it's considered impolite to sing along with the artist. So instead of singing along, the audience will wait for breaks. And like when they don't sing, the audience has their own just like with the choreography, the audience has their own lyrics that they do shout and sing. And again, if you're not doing it, you're gonna get weird looks from the audience. They're gonna notice you're not doing it. They're gonna look at you and go, "Why are you here? You're not one of us." So if you go to one of these shows, apparently, you better go prepared. It's like going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You better have an idea, because if you don't, and you're clearly a virgin, you're going to find yourself stuck up on the stage before the show with a big red check mark on your forehead. Oh, man. I need to go back to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I need to go back there. I used to have so much fun. I would go, like, at least 4 to 5 times a year. I would go. Oh, man, that was fun. Anyway, okay, so they have their own, that's right, I remember reading that in the comments. A lot of things, too many things to point out. I like the interaction the girls are doing with the crowd, man. They're going out there, and they're going far left and far right. Then they come back to center. They switch sides, engage the crowd more, and now they're re-engaging the crowd again. I get the feeling, like, look, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the music that they're doing, okay? The musicians are phenomenal. I'm very impressed with the musicians. Guitar, bass, drums, they all sound phenomenal. What the girls are doing, vocally sounds really good too. It really does. But I get the feeling this is a performance-based band. Like, if you really want to see what these girls are all about, if you really want to see what this band, this project is all about, you have to see it live. Listening to the music is one thing, and like I said, don't get me wrong, the music's great and all, but to really get this band, you have to see them live. I'm getting that feeling. And if that's the case, this is going to be another band I'm going to have to go see at some point, because I love performance-based artists. I do. I'm a sucker for them. I love bands who put on amazing stage shows. So this is going to be another one of those bands I'm going to put on my bucket list and figure out when they're coming out my way. And then if they do come out my way, I got to figure out a way to get tickets before they get sold out. That's the trick. Getting them before all the bots snatch them up and send them off to Barry's Tickets and StubHub, where they, jack up the prices by like quadruple. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's keep going here. More crowd interaction. You gotta love that, man. You gotta love that. Being in the crowd, whenever the performers on stage interact with the crowd, it makes the crowd feel like they're becoming a part of the show. And that's so important, to have that connection between the crowd and the band. If the band can establish that connection, and I don't mean just establish it, but I mean really found it, really cement it into place, you have got that crowd sold for life. You could go out there at that point and you could play the song completely backwards, and the crowd probably won't care, because they're just thrilled to be there, and they're thrilled to feel like they're being included in the whole process. So I love the stage interaction. It's fantastic. Love it. Let's keep going. Wait, I might have been hearing things. Hold on. I might be throwing a compliment out too soon. Let me hear that again. Oh, I heard it. She put a little, not a lot, but she put a little bit of gravel in her voice there with that note that she hit at the end there and held. Not a lot, but enough to make the voice get a little gravelly. That's okay. I don't think I've ever heard her do that before. I think that's the first time I've heard, hold on, Sue Metal. That's the first time I've heard Sue Metal do that, I think. Yeah, I think that is the first time. That was interesting. That's interesting. It again, just adds that little extra oomph to what's happening, you know, and that's great. It's great because she was able to control it. It didn't take over. It didn't get out of control. So she's clearly practiced it. It wasn't something that she, you know, just decided to do on the fly and has never practiced it before. She clearly has, because she controlled it and maintained it without losing it, or worse, letting it overtake and destroy and ruin the pitch or the projection. It was very well controlled. So nicely done. You know, the funny thing is, the second time, the first time the whole da-da-da, 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 the first time I heard that, I was kind of put off by it. I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? I was a little put off by it. I was like, oh God, here we go. Give Me Chocolate, part 2. Fantastic. Or worse, Doki Doki Morning, part 2. Here we go again. No, but the second time they did it right there, I wasn't as put off by it. It was like, okay, well, yeah. All right, here we are again. First time, I'm not going to lie, man. The first time I heard it, I got a little upset. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Seriously? But like I said, the second time I was like, oh, okay, well, here it is again. But I wasn't upset. I was like, okay, it's just very matter of fact, you know. It's just like, here we are. Cool. Maybe it's because I'm more focused on what the musicians are doing right now. I don't know. I'm still, that whole jumping and doing the arms apart. If they were just jumping and putting the arms apart, I really wouldn't think anything of it. But because they're basically doing like an aerial jumping jack and the legs are going apart and their hands are going apart, it looks like an X. And I know I've heard in the past, in the comments, people have said that, you know, that X Japan, well, I don't know if they really call X Japan one of their influences, but they have an appreciation for X Japan. It kind of makes me wonder if that's like their way of paying homage to X Japan without doing the actual X Japan jump, you know? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, they keep doing it. It wasn't just a one-time thing. They've done it like 3 or 4 times now. And I'm like, there's got to be more to it than that. Otherwise, why do it? Why form the X? Why not just jump straight up? Keep your feet together and just jump straight up. It's a lot easier. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I am really reaching on this, and I'm probably wrong. I'll be the first to admit that I'm wrong about that, but I kind of feel like that's what they're doing. It's just bugging me. I can't let it go, but it's... Anyway, like I said, I'm like 90% sure I'm wrong about that. Actually, I take that back. I'm like 95% sure I'm wrong about that. But something about it's bugging me, man. It really is. I'm probably just reading too much into things. Anyway, let's keep going here. Wait a minute. That wasn't there before. Was it? Bloodshot. it was not. Okay, so at some point between here and the ending, they brought up a gong. There it is, it's coming up. There it is, it's going up and up and up. I love the theatrics. And the progressive chord going up with the guitar solo, yeah! Oh yeah, hit that gong, girl! Hit that gong, girl! Make sure you warm it up though. You don't want to hit it cold and then, you know, pop the center out or something like that. Or crack it. I love these big rock and roll endings. I've always been a sucker for them. And they're adding to the, I mean, the chordal progression, you know, going down to the 5, up to the 6, to the 7, resolving to the 8, you know, the octave chord again. It's classic, man. That is absolutely classic. So kudos to the band for pulling that off so well and having some great guitar shredding in the process. And then kudos to the performers, to the girls, for the theatrics and the showmanship, adding to what's happening. This statue, I've seen this statue. I saw it in the Gimme Chocolate video too. Again, this is a stretch. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. I'm already taking a chance with the X Japan thing. I don't want to mention Metallica. I mean, are they paying homage to Metallica with this? Fine, I'll just say it. Are they? I mean, I know Metallica during the Injustice for All tour, they had the statue of Justice, you know, with the scales and the sword. And I know this is not that. This looks like the patron saint. I think it's Mary, I think it is. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know it's not the same thing, obviously, but it's still a big statue, and it's still made of what looks like marble white, you know. I don't know, but again, my gut tells me it is, but I'm probably 95% sure I'm wrong about it, but that's the feeling I get. I am probably wrong, but that's what it looks like anyway. Anyway, let's keep going here. Gotta stop sticking my foot in my mouth. Get it, girl! Get it, girl! Yeah! And the lights go out. That's fantastic. And now the red lights come back up again. Nice ending. Great ending. We still have 26 seconds. I don't know if there's anything actually here. One more time from the top. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the end of the show. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the end of the show. And if that was the end of the show, what a great way to end. That would be, I mean, I don't know if that was the last song or not, but if it was the last song, great ending. Great ending. And if that wasn't the last song of the show, then I'm not sure what's going to top that. I'm not sure. But, I mean, like I said, if that wasn't the end, they must have something that does. because I get the feeling that when it comes to their stage production and their stage show, they put a lot of thought into it. It's not something they usually would ever put a whole lot of just, we'll just improvise, or we'll take shortcuts or whatever. No, I get the feeling they put a ton of thought and a ton of planning into each step of their stage show. So if that's not the ending, I'd be really curious to see what is. Anyway. All right. Let me think about this. There's a lot to think about, and I'll see you in the review. Well, there you go, folks. That was Babymetal with Headbanger. Legend of 1997 version of Headbanger. This was a request from a whole bunch of people. 2 full pages of requesters. I already said their names at the beginning. I'm not going to say their names again. It's going to take too long. But I am going to mention one individual, and that would be Maddie, because this was Maddie's prioritized request for the month of November for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Maddie. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope everybody else on this list enjoyed the show as well. Make sure you all thank Maddie, because thanks to Maddie, this went from like the middle of the queue straight up to number 1. So make sure you thank Maddie for that. I had to give this one some thought. There were some cons. I'm not gonna lie. There were some cons, okay? There was like 2 cons and like 50 pros, okay? But there were still 2 cons. So I have to take those into consideration, guys. I do. I'm sorry, but when it comes to me giving my score, I take this seriously. It's not like I just reach through a hat and I pick a number and go, okay, well, that's the score I'm going to give it. No, it doesn't work that way. I really think about the scores before I give them. So I thought about it. I weighed the scales. I weighed everything and all the things, and I came up with a score. I feel good about the score, and I think after I explain everything, I think you'll understand where I'm coming from. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 9.4. Yep, 9.4. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Let me knock the cons out of the way first, okay? The very beginning where Sue was singing by herself. I don't know if I showed it on my face. I don't know if my face gave it away, but my face was going, oh God, no. I don't know if my face showed it. But up here, I was thinking to myself, oh no, it's Doki Doki Morning Part 2. Oh God, no. It's like all I heard was the J-pop. That's all I heard. I was like, oh no. And then the band kicked in, and I was like, okay, maybe not. But then the girls all started singing the da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And I was like, no! I was ready to cry. I was like, no, please, you guys sold me on Road of Resistance. Don't do this to me, please. I got scared, man. I did. I got scared, and to some extent, I got upset because I was thinking to myself, we're regressing. We're taking a huge, not just a huge, several huge steps backwards after they worked so hard to win me over with Road of Resistance. Now we're going to take these huge steps backwards. And I'm not going to lie, man, I got upset. I was getting mad. I was like, no, come on. And then it kicked into the actual verse. And it wasn't even the verse so much, it was the setup. When I heard that deep voice, that part, I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe not all is lost. Let's see where this goes. So I relaxed and I said, okay, let's give this a shot. And then a lot of that J-pop element disappeared. It didn't disappear completely, but they toned it down a lot. and they focused more on a rock and metal approach. And I felt the tension disappear a little bit more, and 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 a little bit more. By the time the song was done, I was thoroughly engaged. Even when they went back toward the end, they went back to that da-da-da part. Even when they went to that part the second time, I wasn't nearly as offended. I wasn't nearly as upset. I wasn't nearly as put off by it. I was like, okay, I get it. You know, I see where it's going. Let's talk about the production. Great lighting. The lighting was fantastic. Great color selection within the lighting. Accenting the parts that it needs to be accented. More importantly than that, though, the cryo. The cryo, man. The cryo was fantastic. It was so, and I know a lot of people going, why is cryo so fantastic? It's so simple. You're right, it is, but so many people do cryo wrong. Like, I've seen bands who will use cryo devices like those guns, and they'll use those guns, and there's only so much those guns can do. The nozzles on those things are not very big. The hoses are even thinner. So it's not like you can pump out, you know, CO2, you know, like you could through a CO2 generator. You know, it's not going to happen. So there's only so much those guns can do. So if you're going to have this humongous stage with two girls, each holding one of those cryo guns, and that's it? I hate to say it, but if that were the case, I would say it would look silly, because it's like, what's the point? You're not going to get any real cryo into the crowd. You're not going to get any fog in the crowd for sure. They're just not strong enough. So the fact that the production team for this band thought about that and proactively approached it and said, you know what, on that section, let's have some CO2 jets. Let's have some let's plunge some more dry ice into some boiling water, and let's really fog this out. And let's get like 4 or 5 jets on each side of the stage to reinforce what the girls are going to do with the guns. That is so smart. That's really forward thinking. And I got to give the production team all the credit in the world for thinking ahead like that. That was really, really smart. Let's talk about the musicians. The musicians, I think, on this fantastic job. They did a great job across the board. Musically, was this song as impressive as Road of Resistance? No, it was not. From a songwriting standpoint, this was quite a bit simpler. But, like I've always said, simple can be effective when it's done properly. This was definitely done properly, okay? The song didn't grab me like Road of Resistance did. I'm not going to lie, okay? The song, I feel the song was a little bit weaker than Road of Resistance. But it was still a great song. And not even really good. It was a great song, okay? I would give the song itself, not watching anything, not seeing anything happening on stage, I would give the song alone probably about an 8.8, maybe an 8.9, okay? It was a great song. Plain and simple. I got no complaints about the song whatsoever. Even after hearing the song in its entirety, I really don't have all that much of a complaint about the beginning. Even though the beginning was kind of, for lack of a better word, childish. It was a little bit, but I mean, it quickly came out of it and went into the metal groove, and I dug it. I dug it. Even the breakdown in the middle where it went back into that feel, I was okay with it at that point. I was fine with it. Like I said at the beginning, I really got scared and I really got upset that we may be reverting back to Doki Doki Morning again. I was like, I'm not ready to hear that again. I'm just not. There's 3 more things I want to talk about. Vocal performance from all parties involved. I understand Yui Metal and Moa Metal aren't really singers in this, but I also understand from the comments they are perfectly capable of actually singing, but that's not their role in this band. They're like the cheerleaders. They kind of lead the crowd. They give the crowd the cues. You know what I mean? So their job isn't to sing pretty. Their job is not to sing, you know, with harmonies or in perfect pitch. Their job is to go out there and pump up the crowd and use their voices and their choreography to do so. I get it. I get it. And they do a fantastic job of doing it. But even their voices were coming through really well. And that was nice to hear. Sumetal's voice on this sounded really good. I loved her diction, man. Her hard consonants, man. She could stop her vocals on a dime with her hard consonants, which is not always easy to do. And on top of it, her range, very impressive. And I loved that part toward the end where she added just a little bit of gravel to her voice. And it was well done. She didn't let it get away from her. And at the same time, she sold it well enough that it was convincing. It didn't sound weak, but at the same time, it didn't overpower either. It was just the right amount. And it was controlled, which I'm always a big fan of. Whenever people do grit and growl, or grit and gravel and growl, control is a big part of it. And if they don't have control, it loses its melodic stature, for lack of a better word. It loses its melodic properties. It just becomes purely grit and growl, and I can't stand that. I really don't. I don't dig that at all. So kudos to her on a great vocal performance. So the last two things I want to talk about, the crowd and the crowd interaction from everyone involved. It goes both ways. If you have a band up on stage and they're doing all this crowd interaction and the crowd just stands there, it's gonna look dumb. It's gonna look stupid, and it's gonna make the band feel stupid. Because the band's going to be up there doing it with 100% effort, and the whole time they're doing it, they're going to be questioning themselves, why isn't this working? Why is the crowd not responding? What are we doing wrong that's not selling this? So I got to give credit to both the band and the crowd. The band for doing it and the crowd for being receptive to it. So got to give the crowd equal credit. And like I said, I was reading the comments. Apparently, from what I've been reading in the comments, the crowd has their own set of choreography that they do along with the show. And they even have vocal parts that they have that are exclusive to them. And so that way it doesn't step on Sumetal's toes or Yui Metal's or Moa Metal's toes either. And that's important in this culture, in the Japanese culture. That's important. So, kudos to the crowd for coming in prepared and being that dedicated to the act and to the performers and to the show to want to be involved in it and want to be involved in it so much that they develop their own thing. Very much like Rocky Horror Picture Show, where you'll see people bring props. They'll bring toast and they'll bring toilet paper, and we used to bring rice. We don't bring rice anymore. We bring some people bring confetti. The theater hates it when you bring confetti. Some people bring like macaroni or something like that, or it could be, or I saw styrofoam. Some people bring styrofoam. The theater still doesn't like styrofoam a whole lot either. They don't like that scene the wedding scene where we're throwing stuff. They don't like that. And you bring squirt guns and everything else. You bring all this stuff with you to be a part of the movie, believe it or not. For those of you that have never been to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you should research it. It's a lot of fun. And see if you can find a theater out where you live close by that does it. It's usually every Saturday night at midnight at some small theater, and they'll do it. It's fun stuff, man. You should definitely do it. But it's that same mentality, the dedication to the visual, the audio, to the experience, and you want to be a part of it, so you engage yourself into it. That's cool. I absolutely respect that. And then the stage presence from the girls, like I said, engaging the crowd, going all over the place, and constantly engaging and re-engaging the crowd to reaffirm and reestablish and reinforce that connection, that bridge that you're creating to establish that connection with the crowd. That's so important. As performers, it's extremely important. I made two observations. I really kind of want to retract them because, like I said, I have a feeling I'm wrong about this. But the jumping with making an X, I really like I said, I'm like 95% sure I'm wrong about this, but I get the feeling that's an homage to X Japan. And then the statue in the back, I almost feel like that's being homage to Metallica, but again, I'm probably wrong. Please don't crucify me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I'm already taking responsibility. I'm like 95% sure I'm wrong about that, but that's what my gut's telling me. So, anyway. No, a 9.4, I dig it. I did dig this. Like I said, it took me a little bit to get into it. I'm not going to lie, because I was petrified that we were regressing. But as it turns out, we were not regressing at all. It was actually a lot of fun to watch. The more I watch these girls, the more I'm realizing that they are performance-based art. Don't get me wrong, like I said earlier, the music is great. The music is great. I enjoy the song, but seeing the visual, seeing the show makes the song far more enjoyable. It does. And that is why instead of getting an 8.8 or an 8.9 for the song, we're getting a 9.4 for the overall experience. And I have a feeling it's going to be that way all the time with Babymetal. I get the feeling that I'm going to give their live performances higher scores than I'm going to give their studio work. I have that feeling because they are very, very much performance-based, and I can appreciate that. I really can. So, 9.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base to become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.